Oh, hey y'all, told you I'd be back with another video. Yeah, it's the John Deere planter sprayer. I think it's that DB55 model. It is quite the planter seeder. It's every bit of 13 feet wide, and it is on its own over 10.5 feet tall. It was kind of a chore with this one here. Picking it up was kind of a mess because I'd been there so long they forgot where it was. They had it buried, couldn't figure out in the system. They took it out of the system. I guess it was supposed to went overseas, and then they changed it, and I guess it's going back to Peyton, Iowa, where it came from. So I'll show you how I did this one here. You got to be a little bit creative sometimes on these, but we'll go started on this one. As we go here, this one here is plenty long. As you can see, this thing hangs off quite a bit here. It's in front here, the step, it just barely clears my deck. I mean, barely. And I had to lift it on here. These here, they've got these little outrigger deals that stick out here for whatever, for lifting, moving around. This is what I use. Some people will come straight down with them. I like to cross them. It's just a little more secure. It pulls for both directions, pulling down, and can also keep it from moving other directions since these are on tires on the back and on the front. So they can move around, bounce around. Even though as heavy as it is, you'll be surprised. So you can put a chain on one side, start doing it, and you can watch this thing move over from side to side. That's why I put one on each side, pulling in each direction. Keeps it a little bit more stable. Of course, I already got one of my new flags. I've got all these little magnets here. My little magnets there hold 90 pounds. Well, I'm telling you. And over here is part of where the axle hooks up. Slot right here. I want to run a single chain through here. So somebody before had run maybe 2 chains to each direction. But with me, I'll do it that way because I've got 3 more toward the back. So I've got plenty of chains. Looks like the 2 there, but 1 here. Move these arms through here. Let's get these longer arms on this thing, and this is where I come in right here. And at the end of these arms on the boom ends, I will take and wrap them around the beam there, right there, right by the bolt, and then run it to the other side. Once again, crossing them because look at the way these tires are. They're set to where they'll roll side to side, and definitely don't want that happening. Sometimes they'll block them in some places you pick them up. Sometimes they won't. And of course, the port, they ain't gonna do anything they don't have to do. And then of course the tongue for this here, all the hoses. And here's where I've got another chain. You can tell, all right, I wrap it around the end of the hitch up here, where the ball joint is. To me, some people will just wrap it on there, go over it. I'll wrap it. That way the chain kind of locks into itself with the links. And plus it keeps this tongue from going side to side. It just kind of helps all the way around. Yeah, it is a DB55, I thought, so you can see it right there. It's basically the same thing on this other side here. But yeah, it's a pretty good sized piece of equipment here. It's definitely giving me a run this time. Like I said, I've got it crossed over to that beam over there. Now on the smaller ones, even John Deere will tell you, about halfway down, they've got a part there where these beams don't come out as far, where the tongue does. But you just wrap the beam, because even John Deere says just wrap it around the beam on down there. I don't like to do it anymore, and I have to. That's why I'll put them on back here. But like I said, on the shorter ones, you would have a place right around in here, which you can see where this is here. And another thing that helps down here, I'll show you. It helps lock these arms from going anywhere. The big green plate right there going up over the top, that's a lock plate. They've got these arms on each side here bolted to it and then pinned in order to keep these arms from going anywhere during transportation. So we used to come right in here and go all the way to the other side to grab the beam and pull it over here this way, but with these a lot bigger ones, that's why I go to the back end. like I said, a person can take and do 1 or 2 right here. Then I've got my 2 here. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains on this one. But yeah, she's quite the deal this time. So there you have it in a nutshell on this one here. So, said I've tried telling you guys that before, like it, share it, let other people know about it. If you got other people that do the same job or kind of curious about the machines themselves, or how they're tied down, this is how I do them. Everybody has their way. This is just how I do them. And if you're kind of new to watching these videos, go ahead and subscribe, comment, just kind of let me know. And maybe I'll been running so hard lately, just haven't been able to hit any other topics other than what I've been loading lately. So maybe I'll start hitting some more topics in some other videos. So we appreciate it, guys, and we'll catch you guys the next round.